Hi guys, I'm Editor James. How are you surviving from this pandemic? I got my first and second Pfizer shot a couple weeks ago and I'm fully vaccinated, so I feel a little safer. Today, I brought a new car to introduce to you. I give you Genesis electrified G80. Oh shit. Alright, as always, I'm gonna start with the front. This is the first electric vehicle from Genesis. Hyundai has been making a few electric vehicle models, but this is the first Genesis electric vehicle. How do you know if this is an electric vehicle? Oh, when you are driving a car in Korea, if you look at the license plate very carefully, the license plate is slightly blue. Usually other cars with gasoline engine or diesel engines is usually white with the black numbers in it. Alright, as for the G80, I have already reviewed the 3.3 turbo model a while back. But the only difference that I can tell you right now with this electric vehicle model, not too much, to be honest. So basically, all the exterior, all the designs, and pretty much is the same. But if you closely take a look at the front radiator grille, the patterns and everything looks very the same. But what differentiates from the gasoline model is that the lower part of the bumper. The gasoline model, it didn't really have the crest grille on the bottom, but the electric vehicle model has all this crest grille on the bottom too. And as you can see, the front radiator grille, it's all, we do have a diamond patterns and everything, but it's all closed. So the reason is that, I mean, it doesn't have an engine. It's an electric vehicle, so you don't need to cool off your car, right? And right in the center, we do have some kind of like sensors or radar, whatever you want to call it. And this has to do with a smart cruise control. And well, like I said, this is an electric vehicle model, so you need to charge your car once in a while, right? Well, usually, electric vehicle models, their charging device or charging slot is usually located somewhere in the back, but electrified G80, to be precise, it has the slot in the front. So all you have to do is just push this and then pull it. So this is where you're going to connect to your wire, the charging wire, according to Genesis. Using high power voltage charging system, it takes about 22 minutes to charge up to 80% of a total capacity. And as you can see, we have two stripes matching the headlamp. So I guess this is kind of gives like Genesis identity look. Now, if you purchase electrified G80, it comes with V2L adapter. V2L is a vehicle to load. So basically what it does is that you can use home appliances through your car. So this is the adapter that I'm going to show you how to use this. So basically what you're doing is open all this and plug it in. And then here, you can plug whatever the home appliances you wish to use. So using this, you can use up to maybe hair blow dryer, your notebook, your I don't know, coffee pot, anything that you want to use. You can even watch TV if you wish to. So I just showed you how to use a V2L adapter. But I don't know why Genesis didn't make this like an automatic. Even like other electric, vehicle, with a push-up button, it automatically closes, but you have to do it manually. Come on, this is a Genesis. You gotta do it manually. You gotta make it more luxury, man. Everything else is pretty much the same, so I don't know what else to say, but look at the color. This material blue is only for electrified G80 models specifically. So you cannot get this color on any other models but EV model. All right, well, it is equipped with 19-inch 245/45 tire, and it has many spokes. So I think Genesis call it turbine shade or turbine looking wheels. All right, another option the electrified G80 has is the solar panel roof. Okay, but many people have informed me that this costs a certain amount of money to have as an option, but people say it's not worth the money. So of course, using solar panel, you can charge your car while you're driving, but I don't think the outcome, the result is not a whole lot. So I guess it's an option, but many of the people who are doing the reviews, they said it's not really worth the money. All right, from the rear, from the side, everything else is exactly the same. And you know what? It's not a major difference, but the rear bumper looks slightly different too. So what's important is what it has in its heart. It has an electric motor. This one, like a Hyundai Ioniq or Kia EV6, they were born as an electric vehicle since the birth. But Genesis was born as a gasoline model, and now they have added electric motor. So the platform itself is not really same as a Kia EV6 or Hyundai Ioniq. So everything else, inside and outside, it looks pretty much the same. Platform-wise, EV6 or Ioniq, it has a flat flooring. But electrified G80, it was originally made as a gasoline model. And now they have converted it into electric car. So everything inside and outside, like I said, it looks pretty much the same. Before going inside, I want to show you what the trunk looks like because it looks slightly different. All right, knowing that this is an electric vehicle, look, there is like a little thing popped up inside the trunk. It is supposed to be flat if you're driving gasoline model, right? But I think what's underneath is probably the battery. I think. I'm not 100% positive, but I think it's the battery. Because like I said, they have adopted electric motor into a G80 platform, which was born as a gasoline engine car. But now, like I said, they have changed it into electric vehicle, and without changing the platform, they have to add a battery somewhere. So I'm thinking that is probably the battery. That's why it is not flat. I'm sitting in the back. As always, Genesis is very spacious and is very luxury. Look at this beautiful seats. Look at this white color. Look at all this blue leather on the side. I think it is just beautiful. And you know, this is kind of like a fastback. I'm 5'11". Today I didn't style up my hair, spike it up, whatever. So it hardly touches the roof. But if you are about maybe 6 foot or maybe 6 foot or higher, there's a chance that your hair will touch the roof. But me, I'm 5'11", so I don't know if you can see it or not. Yeah, so well, right now it's okay. Usually cars, electric vehicles, cars like Ioniq or EV6, the floor is very flat because, like I said, they were born as an electric vehicle. But Genesis G80, it is originally made for gasoline, and now they are adding the electric motor and the battery onto the same platform. So unfortunately, it's not flat. You have the center, the tunnel, and here again we have an air vent, and we have the climate control. And just like the gasoline model, it has a sunshade on the side. Of course, you're gonna have to do it manually. As for the center in the rear, again we have the system control here. Again, inside the center console, you have a USB port. You have the earphone port, and it's not really big space, but you can store a few things. Not something major big, but just wanted to show you that. In the back, we do have the monitor. You can have a climate control, you have a map, so you can just try all that. It's nothing major, nothing has changed from the gasoline model. So everything else looks pretty much the same. But I really, really love this color. The white and this whatever color, whatever blue you want to call this, I think this is just lovely. Especially the white color, the Napa letter, it looks beautiful. Alright, now I'm sitting in a driver's seat. To be honest, I don't know what else to inform you, because it looks pretty much the same thing. Like, I don't think there's even one single thing that's different from the previous G80 gasoline model I reviewed. I mean, the cluster-wise, it looks different because it's an electric vehicle, but everything else looks the same. So I'm gonna make it kind of short. But everything about the interior, you can just go to Genesis G80, the gasoline model review, because everything looks the same. But what I'm gonna focus is that since this is an electric vehicle, I wanna show you, I want to inform you what this car is capable of and what it can do. Yeah, so from those groups, the questions that I got most from people in the group is that what is the maximum distance that you can drive once it is fully charged? So according to manual, the total distance that you can drive is up to 427 kilometers. That's according to Genesis manual. But my co-editor L, when he charged up to 80% using high power charging system, it took about 22 minutes and cost about $15 US. So 427 kilometers, that's about 266 miles. I'm from Baltimore, so Baltimore to New York is about 300 miles, right? So if you're driving, very efficiently, I'm pretty sure that you can make it from Baltimore to New York. As you know, I don't know if you know it, but I know the qualification standard is very, very strict. As far as I remember, the Porsche Taycan, you can only drive 290 kilometers. And as for Tesla, the performance model, the Model Y, you can drive up to 448 kilometers. And as for the long range model, you can drive up to 511 kilometers. 427 kilometers, I think it's a very, very attractive number. Now I want you to look at the infotainment. It's nice and long, right? Same display, same monitor from the gasoline model. But like I said, this is an electric vehicle, right? So here is something that is different from the gasoline model, the EV. This is something the gasoline model doesn't have. Of course, this is an electric car, right? So I press this button, and do you see these pictures right here? This is a solar panel. So I don't know how this is working right now. It's the daytime, but it's kind of cloudy, so I don't think it's working really. But anyway, the battery right now in this car, it's at 76%. And this number right here, 680, the nearest charging station. And again, we have two different other numbers. So this is how much I can drive with AC on, and this is how much I can drive with AC turned off. But if I switch it to comfort mode, the number changes. Now let's switch it to sports mode. Now I can only drive up to 370 kilometers. And with the AC off, 403 kilometers. Just wanted to show you what these numbers are. So this is something that you cannot find in gasoline models. Now is the most fun part of the review, test drive. All right, here we go. So one thing about electric vehicle is that it's just so quiet, and when I pass by people doesn't realize that cars or electric vehicles are approaching. Sometimes, yes, it only makes a like, the electric sound. It doesn't make any like roaring sound like, gasoline engine cars. But because this is an electric vehicle, it hardly makes any noise. And when you are sitting inside, you can hardly hear anything. And plus, this is Genesis, so I'm pretty sure it's a lot quieter than what you were expecting. So if you look at the cluster right now, like it shows you that how power is being distributed. So Genesis, G80, every time I press on the, axle, do you see the indicator? The battery is being distributed to the rear right now. But if I push it a little bit harder, I guess this is a rear wheel based. So more power is going to the rear. But if I switch it to comfort mode, okay, still, even if I push it a little bit, the power is being distributed to the rear. Now let's go to sports mode. Do you see the difference? The power is going to all 4 different directions, front and back. So right now I'm driving in a city, so I'm gonna switch it back to eco mode because I don't want to speed. You know why? People call this a luxury brand because it's so comfortable. Do you hear any noise in this car? Nothing. You can literally hear nothing. Another reason why this car is so quiet is because this car has this system called active road noise control. So like literally what it says, it probably somehow puts down all the noise coming from outside. You know what? I mean, I expected this car to be very quiet because this is an electric vehicle, but sometimes it's just too quiet. It gives me a chill. Like, I mean, can a car be this quiet? So sometimes I don't even know if I'm driving. Sometimes I don't even know if a car is turned on or not. That's kind of scary sometimes, but oh well. Well, it only proves that technology is getting better and better every day, right? But right now, yes, it's really nice and comfortable. Very quiet. I hear nothing. I mean, I thought driving 3.3 turbo, the gasoline model was really fun, but according to what it says, I mean, it's supposed to be faster, right? So I think the 3.3 turbo, I remember, I think it was somewhere around a 5.5 second or 5.8, something like that. It was somewhere around 5 seconds, but this baby can do a little better because it has a higher torque. And plus, it has no emission, right? You know what? I think because Genesis is a luxury brand that it has, better suspension. I mean, other cars are really comfortable too, but this car is like extra comfortable. The reason is because it has a preview electric controlling system suspension or something like that, right? So I don't know exactly like the technical term. It detects like the condition of the road, so it takes an early action. It takes an action in advance. If the car detects like a speed bump, like right now, it will probably get ready for an impact. So it gives you probably a better control of the car. That's why I think this car is like extra comfortable. Like even you are going over a speed bump, like it's so comfortable. Like, I mean, you will have some kind of impact when you're going over a speed bump, but right now, I hardly use a brake. But again, I'm at the light and I'm gonna make a left turn and I'm gonna floor it. So I'm gonna switch to sports mode. Let's see if this makes me smile or not. All right, I'm gonna floor it. Here we go. Oh shit. I cannot tell you how fast I was going, but this is wow, I would have liked to do it again. You don't know how fast I was going. Why? Because this car makes no sound, right? Oh my God, this is crazy. And make sure there are no cars. Here we go. Vin Diesel, bring Paul Walker back. I'll race you right now. Oh man, it's just like you saw a beautiful lady walking down the street and she just hollered at me. That kind of feeling. Oh my god. Another function that I would like to talk about on this car is I-pedal system. Are you guys familiar with the one pedal driving on Tesla? So Genesis and Kia has something similar to that. We call this I-pedal. So what it does is that you can control the level of the stopping or regenerative braking system on your car. So if you using the pedal shift on the steering wheel, you can control it. Okay, so right now the regenerative braking system is at 0. So if I let go of the accelerator, the car will still go. But if I switch to like a level 1 or somewhere like in the middle, and now I let go of the accelerator, the car slows down a little bit, and at the same time the battery is being charged. So if I put this on max, then you hardly have to use braking at all, because even when you are speeding and if you let go of accelerator, the car slows down really quickly. I'm not using braking, but it just slows down by itself. So I think if you're using this I-pedaling system, or we call it the regenerative the braking system, I think it is not only fuel efficient, but also it's very safe. So right now here I'm going to accelerate, and then I'm letting go of an accelerator, but it slows down. At the same time, the car is being charged. So yes, I think this is one of the function, the very handy function that electric cars have. So if you guys understand the one pedaling system on Tesla, just it's very similar. But I think Hyundai and Kia, they call it I-pedal. It is accelerating, but it is making no noise. That's why I don't know how fast I'm going. This could work as a drawback, but for now, let me just enjoy it. I mean, I tested accelerating only in an open area with no cars. So right now, when I see cars, I'll never speed. Always safety first. Other cars like hybrid cars, they have active sun. So even though you are using electric motor, it still makes you feel like you're driving a gasoline engine, because it gives you, the gasoline engine sound from the speaker. But this car, it gives you nothing. So it's just like plain no noise, very quiet luxury electric vehicle sound, which means no sound. I don't even know what I'm talking about, because like I said, it gives you no noise. Do you hear anything? I'm accelerating right now. Do you hear any noise? No noise. Speeding camera, I'm not worried. Why? Because I have an I-pedal system. It slows down by itself. Whoever makes these systems, devices, these cars, man, they are genius. I wish I can laugh out a little loud, and I would have if this was a gasoline engine. But this car is like electric vehicle and so quiet, and I don't want my laugh to be so loud and looks very bad on the video. So I'm trying to push myself down, but man, please, like, I don't know if this will be released in the US market or not, but if they do, please test drive it. You're gonna love it. So my co-editor Karcher is sitting in the back, filming me, but he said it's really comfortable in the back too. Karcher, it's comfortable, right? Yeah, you see? Electrified G80 model is unrealistically comfortable. I think Genesis is a world-class level now. So how did you like that review? Personally, I had so much fun. Genesis Electrified G80 is not only luxury, but also very fun. The only drawback is that sometimes the being so quiet could work as a drawback factors, especially when you are driving near or where a lot of people are. So other than that, I think it's a really fun toy and also a very expensive luxury vehicle. So if you are, if you can get a chance to drive or test drive a Genesis electrified G80 model, please do so. And please, I want you to feel this car for yourself. This is a very environmentally friendly car because it produces no pollution whatsoever. And it is very cozy inside and outside. So please, test drive it. You will like it. Wifey. Thanks for watching the video. And please, if you like the video, please smash that like button and subscribe. We'll come back with a better video next time. Bye.